in God. They are faith in one God as the sole reality, meditation on the name, the sole truth, and the Guru whose grace makes it possible for the devotee to realize God. Japji is such a rare treasure ocean of thoughtful contemplation that deeper a devotee delves into its nectar, the more he is blessed with the gems of liberating thoughts. The Japji expounds in its most exquisite poetic language the fullest concept of God, the human concept quest for divine, the divine will and order, the path of loving adoration of God, cultivation of virtuous way of life, dignity of human life, and the profoundest cosmological truths. The human soul is on the wings of ecstasy of liberation when reciting the immortal Bani of the Japji. Spheres there are beyond our own, and numberless more beyond these. What power sustains these spheres aloft? Eternal thou art, O Lord of the universe. Ever true is thy name. Thou who hast created this universe, art has ever been and shall ever be. Guru's word to the human soul is as vital as air is to man's very being. Water is the source of our life, and Mother Earth is benign sustainer, and the true master's seed, at the true master's seat shall our deeds be judged aright. Friends, the quadcentenary of martyrdom in 2006 of the 5th Master Guru Arjan Dev Ji was the solemn occasion for the community to introspect deeply on his sterling contribution in consolidating the Sikh religion by compiling the Holy Scripture and strengthening the Sikh traditions and institutions. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, by the unique imprint of his personal character and conduct, has become the personification of an exemplary ideal for moral courage, unflinching faith, complete surrender to the divine will, cosmopolitan spirit, and love for all humanity. The Sukhmani Sahab, the panacea for the aches of mind, indeed provides a perfect solace to the soul yearning for the peace of mind. The Sam of peace and equipoise, according to Professor Puran Singh, flows in an ambrosial stream of hope and light from the bosom of the Guru. I recently had the opportunity to once again live through the Bani of the 9th Master, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, to rediscover how deeply the Guru's verses epitomize the values of the spiritual heritage of not only of India, of his epic, but of the entire humanity for all the ages. The soul-piercing hymns drive home the truths of ultimate destiny of human beings and how one should aspire for an honest life, detaching from greed, pride, luxury, sensuality. The pleasure of Maya, illusion, are unstable, like the wall of sand. The Guru's supreme sacrifice of life in the mythological city, personifying the heart of Hindustan, and his immortal message in a deeply mystic poetry in the popular language of India will continue to inspire eternally all the people confronted with tyranny and injustice. Inspired by the life-transforming teachings of the great Gurus, the followers of Sikhism have made the most conspicuous contribution in all walks of national life of India and have distinguished themselves in the world, reflecting their dynamic and vibrant character, steeled by their faith. The community has gone through many tragic experiences too, maybe quite disproportionately, and continue to be confronted with many avoidable controversies in the modern era. The community, according to many well-wishers of the Panth, could handle contemporary socio-cultural and political issues in a more pragmatic and imaginative manner. The various recent significant historical landmarks, including the tercentenary of the founding of the Khalsa Panth in 1999, the 400th anniversary of the compilation of Granth Sahib in 2004, and the tercentenary of the bestowal of the status of the eternal Guru on Granth Sahib in 2008, have been the momentous occasions for the Sikh community for the collective soul searching and the resolute rededication to the values and teachings enshrined in the Granth Sahib. Like all human societies, the Sikh community has also certain complex issues to address in a sincere and forthright manner. The Sikh community, as ordained so emphatically by the Gurus, and considered the most single greatest asset of the faith, has not been able to discard the curse of caste divides in the practical social life. The Sikhs, as per the blessings of the Gurus, have prospered more when they are away from their original homes. The soil of Punjab, of course, remains the anchor of their emotional, cultural, spiritual moorings, and even some divisible aspirations too. It is important that various Sikh organizations like the Shromani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee and the Delhi Shromani Gurudwara Management Committee, in the forefront, by the grace of Bengaluru, they are known to have abundant financial resources, put their houses in perfect order. They should play a more constructive role in promoting high quality education and health services in healthy competition with other communities, and should actively undertake campaigns to check the social evils, including the serious problems of drinking, drug addiction, dowry, and sexist selection. The Panth has always played a pioneering role in the past against such malpractices. The Sikhs settled abroad have a much greater responsibility to highlight the positive image of the community. The sensitive issues of the activities of the sects and cults should be better allowed to be tackled within the laws of the land. The question, who is a Sikh, is extremely sensitive and should not be treated as a game of short-term political gains. The deep historic ties and contemporary realities dictate that the promotion of Hindu-Sikh harmony must remain the primary focus of the spiritual leaders of the two communities. I have been deeply humbled to note that His Highness the Dalai Lama, who had also delivered the Veer Memorial Lecture, to me, the merciful monk philosopher, has truly transformed himself to be the conscience keeper of our modern epoch. Let us carefully listen to his words of quintessential wisdom, and I quote, "For the true global harmony, it is necessary to understand the diversity of other cultures and traditions through love and respect for every human being, every religion, every country. It is a mistake to place all our hopes for happiness on the external development alone. The key is to develop the inner peace. In today's increasingly complex and interdependent world, we are compelled to acknowledge the existence of other cultures. different ethnic groups, and of course other religious faiths. Dear friends, to quote, to conclude, let us all pray with the immortal words of the 10th Master, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, exhorting the people of India, nay, I should say, this entire world, to remember. Dehra मस्जिद सोई, पूजा और निवाज होई, मानव सब एक, पै अनेक को प्रभाव है, अले अपेक सोई, कुरान और कुरान कोई, एक ही स्वरूप सब है, एक ही बनाओ है. Rendered in English, temple and mosque are same sacred spots. Worship of Ishwar and prayer to Allah are indeed one. Humanity is one. Impressions may be many. He is fathomless and formless. Quran and Quran speak one truth. Divine essence is one, permeating the whole cosmos. दोस्तों, अंत विच मैं प्रधान जी की इजाजत नाल संगत स्वरूप जुड़े आप सबना नाल 4 वाक पंजाबी साझे करना चाहता हाँ. 27 अक्तूबर संसार भर च धार्मिक अकीदे की स्वतंत्रता के दिवस के तौर पर मनाया जाता है. मेरी अरदास है कि समूची मानवता रूह के चिंतन की आज़ादी के आदर्श नूं सच्चे अर्थां विच समूहिक जीवन का निखरवा अंग बना सके. पंथ के हरमन प्यारे कवि वीर जी के स्मरणीय भाषण नूं मैं 2 छोटियां कवितावां नाल विराम देना चाहता हाँ. पहली कविता मेरे अपने प्यारे स्कूल अध्यापक ने मैनू लिख के भेजी सी जदों मैं राजदूत की पदवी ते जिम्मेवारी संभाली सी. सुनो, मेरे स्कूल टीचर ने दसिया सी कि ये छोटी जी कविता एक जैन मुनि बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके नाल सब लोगों लिए गाया करते थे. कविता है, ये नाम प्यारे प्यारे भगवान एक ही है, ये भेदभाव झूठे इंसान एक ही है, ये धर्म है हमारा, ये धर्म है तुम्हारा, ये मजहबी लड़ाई ईमान एक ही है, जड़ एक है हमारी, शाखाएं न्यारी न्यारी, माली जुदा जुदा है, वो दैन एक ही है. रघुवीर सिंह बीर साहब की पुस्तक खालसा शान की अंतिम कविता जिसका सिरलेख है सब विच सब रब ही रब. सुनो, ना कोई हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख, सब विच अमृत किते न विख, राम ही रलिया सगल मनुख, जो ये जाने सुख ही सुख, मन्ने वीर सोई गुरमुख. श्री वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening oration. And now, before I request Manohar Singh Ji Batra to give out his observations on this evening's oration, I would very briefly introduce him.